This video is going to take you through how to analyze the slope or the equation of a line for a real-world object. You're going to need to go to Desmos, desmos.com, and also in a minute you're going to need to go to Blackboard. In order to do this, you'll also need your digital picture that you either found online and you've saved to your desktop or to your computer or device, or if you took a picture with your phone or a camera, then you need to upload it. So once you've got your picture ready, and I saved mine to my desktop, you're going to go to Desmos. You're going to click Launch Calculator. Next up, you're going to click Sign In, and you're going to sign in with your school account. So I'm going to click Sign In with my Google account, and since I'm already logged into a school computer, I'm not going to need to type in my login. But if you're doing this from home, then you're probably going to need to type in your whole login with the @my.stuhsd.net. It's best to do this with your school login, so that way all of your schoolwork is synced or saved with your school login. Okay, and I've done this before. Your name should pop up. If you haven't signed in through Desmos using your school login, you might need to scroll down and click OK and kind of agree that Desmos accesses your login. Next up, you've got your graph. I like to change it to projector mode, which is using this wrench, and it just kind of makes everything a little bit easier to read. You can zoom in and zoom out by using your scroll wheel or your trackpad, or you can hit plus or minus to zoom in or zoom out on your graph. And then I'm going to find where my picture is. And I saved it right there on my desktop. And I'm going to drag it into my graph. It says drop image here. And so there is my image. I can resize it if I want to. I'm just going to leave it as is and just kind of click in the white space behind it and instead just kind of zoom in or zoom out. And the part that I'm going to try to find the slope or write the equation of is going to be this kind of triangle here for the nose of the cat. I'm going to try to write the equation or find the slope for this line. So I'm looking for a line that's in y equals mx plus b form. It looks like the y-intercept is down at maybe negative 2.5. By the way, you can get rid of this keypad there. And you could zoom in and see if you're happy with it. And just kind of drag it. I'm going to move it up just a little bit, maybe 2.25 or 2.34 maybe. And then the slope, I just kind of guessed that the slope was 1, but I could make it slightly less steep, maybe 0.9. And that looks pretty good. And I could also do it for the other nostril if I want to. You need to just get at least one line in for some part of your picture. Another way to do it, if you're having trouble, is you could add sliders. You just type in y equals mx plus b. You click add all your sliders. And this is now my blue line. And I could adjust it so that looks like what the b or y-intercept is if I'm trying to do the kind of left half. And I'll change the slope. So it's negative 1.1. And then I'll retype it y equals negative 1.1 x minus 2.4. So I kind of just stole all those values from the sliders. And now I'm going to delete these and just keep the 2 that I had. So you just have to graph 1. I graphed 2. You can also hit this wheel here, and if you want to, you could change the colors. I'll go with the gaining colors. There we go. Click Done. And then next you want to save it. And I'm going to retitle it Slope Cat. And then anytime you do anything here, you'll see that it does not auto-save. So you'll want to click Save when you're totally content with what you have. So I deleted that equation, so now the Save button's gone. And all your saved graphs are over here if you click these 3 horizontal lines. All right, then I'm going to get it kind of sized up or zoomed in or zoomed out just the way I'd like. I'm using my scroll wheel to adjust this. There we go. And then I'm going to click Save again. I'm now going to share this. So I'm going to copy this link, and I'm going to go to Blackboard. I'm going to click on Discussions on the left, and I'm going to click on this one that says Finding Slope in the Real World, and I'm going to create a thread. And I'll call it SlopeCat. And so I can then paste in my link and press Submit. Now the only problem with this is then you'll need to probably copy and paste this to check out other people's postings. So I think a better way to do it, if you're up to the challenge, would be to create a thread. And instead, so you're only going to do this once, but here's a second option, is you go to Desmos and you would click Embed. And you're just going to copy and paste all of this mess that's already highlighted using Control-C. Don't touch it, don't edit it. Then you'll go over to Blackboard and you'll click HTML code. You don't even need to know what this is. You just paste it in there, Control-V. You click Update. You see now it shows me a snapshot of my graph. And now when I click on it, there's my graph. People can check out what it is, and it also shows up as a cool little link, and they can go directly to my graph and check it out. And they can't change it. They can play with it and change it, but it won't change the one that I've saved on my Desmos drive.